Imagine you have a giant, invisible robot friend who lives inside your backpack. This robot is 10 times stronger than you, it never sleeps, and it does exactly what you tell it to do, even if you're joking. If you tell the robot, "I'm bad at math," the robot starts throwing away your math homework because it thinks it's helping you. If you tell the robot, "I am a superhero," the robot starts standing taller and looking for people to save. That robot is your subconscious mind. It is the most powerful tool in the world, but most people treat it like an old toy they forgot in the attic. Today, I am going to explain every single rule this robot follows so you can finally start winning at the game of life. The first thing you have to understand is that your robot doesn't know what a joke is. This is the rule of literal truth. If you walk around saying, "This job is killing me," or "I'm starving to death," your robot doesn't see a person using colorful language. It sees a person in a life or death emergency. It starts pumping stress through your body because it's trying to save you from a killer job or starvation. Your subconscious mind takes every word you say and every thought you think as a direct command. It is like a computer that doesn't have a delete key for jokes. Processes everything as a literal fact. This is why the way you talk to yourself is so important. When you say, "I always lose my keys," your robot hears a command to make sure those keys stay lost. It's not trying to be mean. It's just being a very good soldier. You have to start talking to yourself like you are the king or queen of a kingdom, because your subconscious is the army waiting for your orders. Now, let's talk about the second rule, the rule of the present moment. Your subconscious mind is like a camera that only takes photos of right now. It doesn't understand yesterday, and it doesn't understand tomorrow. It only lives in the now. This is why, when you try to change your life and you say, "I will be rich someday," your robot puts that goal in a folder labeled someday. And guess what? In your mind, someday never actually arrives. It stays out of reach forever. To get the robot to move, you have to speak in the present. You have to say, "I am successful," or "I am brave." Even if you don't feel brave yet, the robot starts looking for ways to make that now statement true. It works like a GPS in a car. You don't tell the GPS where you were or where you might go. You tell it where you are and where you are going right now. The third rule is the rule of habit. Think of your subconscious mind like a forest. The first time you have a thought, it's like walking through tall grass. It's hard work, and there is no path. But if you walk that same way every single day, eventually the grass stays flat. Path forms. If you keep walking it, the path becomes a road. Eventually, it becomes a giant highway. This is how habits are made. Your subconscious loves highways because they are easy to travel. It wants to save energy. If you have spent 10 years thinking, "I'm not good enough," you have built a massive 10-lane highway for that thought. To change it, you have to start walking a new path. First, it feels weird, feels fake. You might trip over the tall grass. But the rule of habit says that if you keep walking the new path, the "I am capable" path, the old highway will eventually grow over with weeds and disappear, and the new path will become your new automatic way of living. Rule number 4 is the rule of images. Your subconscious doesn't speak English, Spanish, or Chinese. It speaks in pictures. If I tell you, "Don't think of a pink elephant," what is the first thing you see? You see a pink elephant. You see it because your subconscious had to create the image before it could even understand the sentence. This is why stop goals don't work. If you say, "I want to stop being shy," your mind is filled with images of you being shy. Your robot sees those images and thinks, "Oh, we are doing the shy thing again," and keeps you there. Instead, you have to give it a new picture. You have to picture yourself standing on a stage or laughing with friends. When the image is clear, the robot knows exactly what to build. It's like giving a builder a blueprint for a house instead of just telling him, "Don't build a shack." The fifth rule is the rule of emotion. Emotion is the fuel that makes the robot move. A thought without emotion is like a car with no gas. You can sit in it all day, but you aren't going anywhere. This is why simply repeating, "I am happy," while you feel miserable doesn't work. Your subconscious feels the miserable part much more than it hears the happy part. It listens to the vibration of your heart more than the sound of your voice. To really program your mind, you have to feel the result before it happens. You have to feel the excitement of the win, the warmth of the hug, or the peace of the success. When you combine a clear picture with a strong feeling, you are sending a high-speed signal straight to the center of your reality. Next is the rule of safety. Your subconscious has one main job: keep you alive. That's it. It doesn't care if you're happy. It only cares if you're safe. To your subconscious, safe means what we have done before. Even if your current life is kind of sad or boring, your subconscious likes it because you are still breathing. When you try to do something big and scary, like starting a business or talking to a stranger, your subconscious screams, "Danger!" It gives you butterflies in your stomach and makes your palms sweaty. It's trying to pull you back into your comfort zone because the comfort zone is where nobody dies. You have to teach your robot that new doesn't mean dead. You do this by taking small steps and showing your mind that you are still okay. You have to lead your robot like a child, holding its hand and showing it that the dark room isn't actually scary. Rule number 7 is the rule of the record player. Your subconscious records everything. Every movie you've watched, every mean thing a kid said to you in 3rd grade, and every time you felt proud. It's all stored in a giant library. Sometimes, a song starts playing in your head from 20 years ago because something in your environment triggered the record player. This means you have to be very careful about what you let into your library. If you watch scary news all day, you are filling your library with "the world is dangerous" records. If you listen to people complain, you are adding "life is hard" records. You are the librarian. You have to choose to put in better music, better stories, and better memories so that when the record player starts spinning, it plays something that makes you want to dance. The 8th rule is the rule of direct command. Your subconscious is looking for the alpha in the room. If you are wishy-washy and say, "I guess I'd like to be healthier," maybe the robot ignores you. It's looking for certainty. It needs you to stand up and say, "This is who we are now." It responds to authority. When you decide something with 100% certainty, your subconscious begins to rearrange the world to fit that decision. It's like a magnet. Once the magnet is charged, it doesn't have to try to attract metal. It just does it because of what it is. When you become certain, you become the magnet. Rule 9 is the rule of sleep. Your subconscious is busiest when your conscious mind is asleep. Right before you go to bed, the gate between your two minds is wide open. Whatever you think about in the last 5 minutes before you close your eyes is what the robot will work on for the next 8 hours. If you spend those 5 minutes worrying about your bills, the robot spends the whole night studying worry and bills. But if you spend those 5 minutes picturing your perfect day and feeling grateful, the robot spends the night building a path to that reality. The golden hour of programming is that sleepy time right before bed. Use it like a magic wand. Finally, the 10th rule is the rule of persistence. Your subconscious is like a giant ship in the ocean. If you turn the steering wheel, the ship doesn't turn instantly. It takes time for that massive weight to shift directions. Many people give up because they turn the wheel and don't see the ship moving right away. They say, "This doesn't work," and turn the wheel back. But if you keep the wheel turned, the ship must move. It is a law of the universe. Your reality has to catch up to your mind. It might take a week, a month, or a year, but if you hold the thought, the world will eventually look exactly like the picture in your head. You are the boss. You are the programmer. You are the librarian. Your subconscious is the most powerful force in existence, and it has been waiting for you to give it the right orders. Stop telling it what you're afraid of and start telling it what you're going to achieve. Speak in the now, feel it in your heart, and watch as your invisible robot friend builds a world that is even better than your dreams.